Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, taking flights here from King Shaka International in Durban to Cape Town. So, it's about a 90-minute flight today, should be a decent one. It's based on some very good sunset visuals on our approach to Cape Town today. And, yeah, I mean, flying with South African Airways, not airlines, South African Airways. And again, it's a flight that, well, there's actually kind of suggested, kind of recommended by people. So after my last flight, I asked, do people see me fly in America, do people want to fly me in South Africa? Everyone said South Africa. Quite a few people said Cape Town as a destination, so I thought we'd give a flight back here again, flying from the Gaffer Simulations Cape Town. So Gaffer Simulations King Shaka. So I've got the high quality scenery here today, and yeah, again, should be a decent flight overall. So on the ground, start preparing the aircraft ready for departure in a couple of minutes, and see where things go from there. So let's get in the cockpit and let's get started. First, batteries come on. Make sure my chat is also visible. Didn't open that for some reason. Let's get everything open, get everything ready to go. Start aligning the aircraft. Not yet fuel pumps, now fuel in the aircraft. Turn up the temperatures about midpoint. Okay, so again, stay ready aircraft, bring it all to life, and then set everything up in the MCDU today. Crisp light active, arm the emergency lights, turn automatic, no smoking, strobes automatic, beacon lights, sorry not beacon lights, so logo lights on. And that should be that. The overhead panel. Jump down to MCDU, let's start programming the initialization. Going from fail to fact. Some very fun IVAO codes here in South Africa. Our flight number today is Sierra Alpha 2115. Now, in reality, this flight wouldn't actually be a South African Airways flight, but it would be operated by one of their subsidiaries. I can't quite remember the name of the subsidiary that operates this flight in the 737-800, but because there's no 737 yet in Microsoft Flight Sim, I thought we'd go for the we'll go for the main airline, which is, again, the other airline subsidiary of South Africa, and this is the main one. And so, yeah, we'll give it a flight, see how it goes, and hopefully, if we go to plan, should be a rather decent flights. Yes, Port Elizabeth's coming from Gaffer soon, and an airport that I'm considering getting, actually. It's, I like Gaffer Simulations, and again, South Africa, it's a country I've actually done quite a few flights through as well in Microsoft Flight Sims, so we'll definitely have a look at the future of this as well. Right, cost index. Kalula, thank you very much, Kalula. Right, cost index today is 5. Our cruising altitude level 360. RS initialization. Align on reference, confirm that. There we go. Next page. Let's put some fuel in the airplane and let's start calculating the weights. So we need 26,376 on board. 26,376. Yeah, that's 4, isn't it? Okay, so increase that slightly. 28, 24, and use the sensitive for the rest, so 26. That will do, thank you very much. Yes, this is an add-on scene for King Shaka. This is the Gaffer Simulations King Shaka. Gaffer was on a freeware pack in Johannesburg, had a few landmarks that area as well. But we'll have a chance to look around the scenery, we'll have a chance to look around at the airport as a whole before we depart. I must say, there are some small little details in this airport that I absolutely adore. For example, if you go down to the window, you can actually see the way the aircraft kind of refracts. Kind of the way the windows and the angles of that kind of just bends the aircraft around a bit. And it's just, I don't know, it's like small details like that you don't normally think about, but it genuinely just, it looks really good. The windows are actually solid, they kind of bend the way the image looks. Very nice. In fact, you can even go inside the jet bridge, or down the jet bridge, and kind of follow along with that as well. It's very, very detailed airport. This, in fact, probably one of the most detailed in Microsoft Flight Sim, which is, I mean, fair play to developers. They've done fantastic. So, yes, flying with an add-on King Shaka today. Right, zero fuel weight. Zero fuel weight is 49.1. Zero center of gravity is 23.5. Block fuel is 12.1. Or 12.18, it'll be 12.2. Plug it in, and there we go. Right, let's start boarding the passengers, and let's prepare the aircraft now for departure shortly. So I can use PACX. Fail to facts. SA2115, 36,000 feet cruise. Flight time 2 hours on the nose. Actually, it's a bit longer than 90 minutes. A bit longer than I thought it would have been. 25 minutes from departure once we finish this. With 163 people on board. Next page. We haven't got Wi-Fi, we don't have entertainment, we don't have boarding music, we have got a safety briefing for South African Airways. No snacks, sorry, we do have snacks, don't get a meal service on a short haul domestic flights. Yes, I have had the Antonov 124 that is overrun. With that, let's start boarding passengers. Back to the MCDU, let's program our routing for today, starting off with tubing. It's not a massive routing to plug in today, got a few waypoints, but it shouldn't take us too long to plug. After that, we'll say hello to passengers, turn up brightness, just prepare the rest of the aircraft, and start pushing back very shortly. Namgu, next point. Followed by Ivuva. Then we fly to Etzler. Followed by Xadup. There we go. Wait for that to insert. Scroll to the bottom and continue on with Ixaku. And then we fly to Xabdo. Following SVAX. Sorry, KX. And then it's Avexa. Ectal. Sorry, Etzcal. Insert that. And then one more. Gadnu. And Getten. That's our flight plan complete. Insert that, looks good. Let's say hello. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome aboard the South African Airlines flight 2115 from King Shaka to Cape Town. Flight time today is 2 hours on the knots. We're now pushing back in just a couple of moments as we prepare the final stages of the aircraft for pushback. So far so good, weather looking nice and clear en route. We've got a few clouds on departure, but it clears up the closer we get to Cape Town, which is good to see. Otherwise, any questions, speak to cabin crew today. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy your flights. Took its time. Public address, general message, that will do. Right, set you to hectopascals. Set our cruising altitude for 36,000. That's start the APU now. And also fuel pumps on. Seatbelt sign on. There we go. Right, so 36,000. Set initial climb at 3,500 feet per minute. Yeah, normally PACX a bit quicker to kind of end the message when you start recording. Not sure why it carried on this time, a little bit longer than it normally does. I'll drop a message to TFDi Design later, see if maybe they've got a hotfix on the way for that. Right, so I've set up brightness, I've set up the autopilot, 363525010010,000, flight directors on and on. Let's get the meta information. No flight plan filed. Why is that the case? It should have been. Unless I've plugged in the wrong flight number. Hang on. For some reason not active. I've made out the active flight plan. There, so on the back end, that's now activated. And therefore on that, well, that'll activate very shortly as well. So that's perfect. So again, there's no ATC at the moment, so we'll fly on Unicom for the initial bits of this flight. There we go. Failed to facts.
Hello, ladies
So flight plan's
and gentlemen.
updated.
I would love to
Cabin crew say hello. So far, so good.
Please be sure to place your large in front of you. Unless you're
Waiting
in
for the boarding
row,
process. Probably a few more passengers left aboard. Got a fair few empty seats left. So
while
while we wait, let's have a look around the scenery, shall we? Have a look at have a look at what King Shaka has to offer us. So this is the main airport here in Durban, here in South Africa. And well, I mean, the level of detail that Gaffer simulations have given the scenery truly is remarkable. I mean, what the car park there, cars parked inside. Got the main terminal itself. Little park outside the front of it. Modern terminal facilities. It just looks really good, this. Even little Gaffer simulations advert on the side there. But it really is a good looking airport, this. Very, very nicely detailed for... Oh, for an airport I guess not many people really fly to. I mean, King Shaka I have flown to a couple of times before Microsoft Flight Sim. Back when I first used that sim, I used, well, a lot of my time was flying out in South Africa, kind of learn the basics of the network kind of thing. So I did quite a fair few, what's it called? Fair few Comair flights with the PMG 737. So I've used the airport a fair bit, but just the level of detail in the scenery truly is remarkable. They've done a fantastic job, Gaffer simulations, with the King Shaka terminal. Very, very nice indeed. Not a standard airport, this is a mod. This is a mod for Microsoft Flight Sim. So, yeah, so that's a chance to kind of give him praise for that. Right, so, RS is aligned, do a quick check of the flight plan. GPS primary, thank you very much. So, supervision plan modes, zoom out a little bit, and just go step, 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 step. Flight plan looks fine. Perfect. Back in arc mode, zoom back in again for the initial departure. Be left hand turn, departing to the north. So it's plugging our departure now, which is runway 06 via the Tubi 1 Alpha departure, that one. Insert that. Finally go to performance, set up the flaps, one for takeoff. Flex temp is 71. It'll be 124 V1, 130 rotate, 133 V2. Transition at 5,000. And with that, our aircraft is now complete. Tube in 1 Alpha, that's according to my flight plan here from SimBrief. APU is available, so bring the APU lead active. Give it a few seconds to power through assistance for turning off the external power. That will do. Let's do a quick final check of the aircraft, which I can set up. So predictive winches active, TARA set automatic. We'll leave that for the pushback, then we'll switch over to Unicom. Runway 26 departure, so push the nose to the right. Sorry, push nose left, request right, and then taxi over to there. Right, so this stage, the only thing that's stopping us from pushing back now is the boarding process. Most people are on board now, again it's quite a light aircraft, 163. We've got a fair few, well, we've got a few passengers left aboard, but it shouldn't take us too long now until cabin is secure and ready to go. So how are you guys doing today in chats? How are you doing so far? Hopefully so far so good. That's fine. Let's bring the chat up. Don't plan to crash today. I have no intentions of crashing. Then again, whoever has intention of crashing. Right. I have a question. How do you make it so when you shut off the engines off parking, you don't get a prompt flight info? To be fair, thank you, cabin crew. To be fair, that option I never get, and it's just random luck at the end of the day. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. I've never known how that gets, or how people get that. On like the 2 occasions I have, it's just random. Completely random. I think there's like a certain way meant to shut off the aircraft for it to appear, but I'm not sure what the combination is. Like, is APU on or off? Is external on and off? Batteries, so forth? Who knows? Who knows? Also, I love the reflective flysair.com logo inside there. Move the angle of the camera, you can see how the light reflects on that. It's very, very nice. It's a fantastic livery this. Flight Sim Not 2 got it off of. I'm not sure who the developer was, but shout out to them as well. Right, aircraft secure, passengers are happy, let's turn on the beacon lights and prepare now for pushing starts. We're on gate Alpha 7, so quickly announce on IVAO. Fail traffic, push and start, stand A7. Call the pushback tug over. No one knows so itchy today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2115. Our flight time will be roughly 2 hours. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables...
So we can wait for the pushback tug to apply pressure to the nose now.
Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
There we go, beacon lights active. Parking brake release. Engine ignition. Engine 1 start. Won't take us too long to request a turn. This is quite a short pushback here at Alpha 7. Nose goes left. Request to the right.
Please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration.
Engine 1 is starting. Good to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. We hope you have a great flight with South African Airways today. Now, nothing is more important to us than your safety. So, even if you're a frequent flyer, we'd appreciate your attention while we take you through some of the safety features of this aircraft.
South African welcome to everyone on board. Civil aviation regulations require your compliance with the illuminated passenger information signs, posted placards, and all instructions from the flight crew.
Right,
For your
and push
safety
back
and
there.
that of your fellow passengers, your baggage must now
Engine
be securely
1
stowed
starting.
in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. If you're seated at an emergency exit, your hand luggage cannot be stored under the seat or on the floor.
Engine 1
but must go
secure.
into an overhead
Sorry, engine 1
compartment.
stable.
When
Engine
opening
2
these
starts.
compartments,
Yeah, South African Airways do have
items may have
A320s. They have about
Seatbelt
10, 11 in the fleet at the moment. Some of them were returned to the lessers, but they still have a fair few in the fleets. I do plan to get GSX, yes. Once GSX comes out, I will definitely be picking it up. It's now done used back in FSX and back in P3D. It's a very, very good product, and so since it's out on this sim, absolutely going to jump onto that.
Seatbelts for infants will be provided by the crew.
So wait for the engine now to stabilise. While we wait, let's do a quick flight control check. Elevators active, ailerons active, rudder active, speed brakes active, perfect, speed brakes armed, flaps into the number 1 position, engines 1 2 stable, ignition off, APU off. Make sure the cockpit is locked as well, so the cockpit is locked and secure. Make sure it tunes to 1228 for Unicom. Right, so far so good. Taxi lights set. Parking brake released. Let's now taxi to the runway. This is a pay-aware King Shaka. Pay-aware King Shaka by Gaffer Simulations. So going to taxi now to runway 06. Quite a short taxi between here and the runway, so that will take us too long. The safety video itself about 4 minutes long, so should have plenty of time for us to get there.
Only inflate your life jacket when you reach the exit by pulling the toggle sharply down.
Thank you, Martin. Glad you're on the watch. I'm glad you're learning stuff as well. We weren't really late, King's by Power. We weren't really late for this one. We're still on the ground, just taxiing the runway now.
Emergency situations, the cabin crew may give the brace command. Immediately assume this position and wait for further instructions from the crew. Prior to takeoff, take a moment to locate the
yes, this is the
exit
stable
nearest to
version of the
your
A320neo,
seat.
so the only thing it really misses out on is the new sound effects.
If you are seated in a
Apart from that,
exit row,
so
you may
far
be
so
called
good.
to open the exit door in an emergency. Please open the exit door as demonstrated. Exit slides are available at every main exit. This Airbus 340 has 8 main emergency exits.
So it's more of Airbus 320 than the 340, but hey.
And 4 main exit
You can
doors.
tell where I've sourced this safety
card
briefing
in the
from.
pocket in front of you. Please read it
Wing
to
views, you can
familiarize yourself
use
with
either
safety
the showcase
features
cam
of this
or preset
aircraft.
yourself,
We are now
which I've done a
preparing for
tutorial on.
takeoff. Ensure that
There's
your
an
seat
aircraft
back
over there
is in the
taxiing to the
upright
runway.
position.
Who are you? You are an Air Catalonia. Interesting. I presume you're long haul then going to, well, Catalonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of us at South African Airways, we wish you an enjoyable flight, and we thank you for flying with us.
Cool, safety briefing is complete. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Seat for departure. So, done the quick pre-takeoff checklist before I forget. Hold short to the runway. Let's do a quick visual check, make sure the runway is clear. No one's on approach. Nobody's on the runway. Nobody's coming from the other side. Windsock is down, but not calm, so I expect a little bit of wind. Right, let's turn on the landing lights. Let's announce quickly on IVAO that we're going to depart as well. So, fail traffic, departing runway 06. Let's increase throttle and let's get going. The controls I use a Thrustmaster HOTAS Warthog, stick and throttle. There's something about that scene there. Like got the we've got the water of the lake over there. You've got the trees. You've got just the whole foliage here. It really is a. Well, this is going to be a mix of both the airport scenery and the default sim as well. Microsoft Flight Sim truly phenomenal when it comes to how it's rendered to the default world. Nothing compares. Nothing compares. Yes, PlayWare Airport. This Gaffer Simulations, King Shaka. King Shaka. Right. On the runway. Throttle up, 50%. 1 and 2 are stable, up to flex. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. What's that? It's like a fire training aircraft over there. So behind us now, the Catalonia is going to land on the runway very shortly, departing its own accord. Right, we have a left-hand turn now to make. Flaps up, throttle, climb. How to go drone mode, vertical control. I mean, I just use the insert key on my keyboard to go to drone cam. I use the insert key. Right, well, we'll let autopilot take over now since it's quite a nice bit of flight there, nice and stable. So set you, climb at 3,500. And let's have a look at the passenger view since, well, that's where the views are. Also, before I forget, anti-icing on. It's quite a thin layer of cloud that, so it shouldn't cause us too many problems, but you never know what Microsoft Flight Sim is like when it comes to freezing the aircraft over. It can be very harsh indeed. So as you get closer to Cape Town, the weather does start to clear up for us a bit. I mean, even now, we've got plenty of gaps in the cloud, and therefore it's not looking too bad. But the closer we get to Cape Town, the better the scenery is in terms of cloud cover. The less we have to deal with overall. We will reset spoilers now. Passing through 5,000, we'll set the altimeter to standard. Also, we'll zoom out in the ND now slightly as well, just to get us a bit more of a view of the flight ahead. But for the most part, make a left-hand turn, and then our routing takes us over, well, passing out over KwaZulu-Natal, before flying over Great Karoo, and then landing via the Cape Verde Mountains. So, plenty to look at today. I think we can go past, we can go over the Lesotho as well, which would be another interesting bit of airspace. But for the most part, weather's looking nice and clear. Certainly out of sight today. And yeah, it should be a very pleasant flight indeed. Everything so fluffy. It does. It really does. It's a fantastic platform, Microsoft Flight Sim. Not perfect, but it does a fantastic job of what it does. And the fact that it's on Xbox as well, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Should have left hand coming up shortly. Yes, we do.
You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As
My
a
job,
reminder,
marketing at the moment.
consult faster
Marketing
while
and
you're
social
using
media.
it, not congregate
That sim,
around
nope,
or
we're
give
using
up.
IVAO today. Right, past 10,000, and lights off. Is any ice forming in the aircraft? That's my big fear right now. I should have done the anti-ice bit earlier, but it looks like we may get away with the icing today. It's the big risk in Microsoft Flight Sim. All your aircraft freeze over. So far, so good. If I answer your question, Kings by Power, use the insert key. Please pay attention, you always do this. Right, we'll increase speed now. Initially Mach 0.60. As you'll get down to 2,000 feet per minute as a climb, and then slowly increase that. Well, decrease rate of climb, increase speed, the higher we get. My monitor, it's Samsung curved monitor thing. It's like the CPH9139 something something something. Yeah, I mean it does the job. It's 23 inches. Looks good. Does well. So close to 24K. Yes, yes we are. And well, that's you guys got to thank for that. I wouldn't be here without you lots. And so massive, massive thank you to everybody who supports my channel. It really is appreciated. Right, well, we're not a cruise, but we are climbing. A little bit shaky, but not too bad at the moment. No, we'll give it a few moments before we switch off the autopilot, the seatbelt sign. We'll let the aircraft continue to climb a little bit. Actually, I don't think that's so much an issue with turbulence. I think that actually is just an issue with the aircraft, where it kind of rocks slightly. It used to rock quite badly in Flight Sim, then Airways fixed it, and then looks like it's kind of gone back a bit in terms of its stability, A320, so yeah, we'll turn off the seatbelt sign. Unfortunately, there seems to be a fact of life now, this aircraft. It's not the most stable. Some say that you can actually stabilise it by...
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin.
So
However,
turn off
we ask that
the
you
autopilot,
seatbelt
give it a few
fasten
seconds,
in case of unexpected turbulence.
turn it on again. Yeah, it's a bit iffy sometimes. Yes, so far so good. And likewise, with sunset in a little bit, do expect to see some of that as well on our approach. If you remember the flights I did from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth, that was in the King Air, I think it was. That flight is a very good example of what sunset looks like in this sim, especially around South Africa. So, again, very excited to see that once again. I mean, for many years, Africa's been kind of that region which most flight sims forgot about. The sims that had the Africa's continent, it was just deserts. Maybe a little bit of rainforest in the middle, but it was just desert, nothing else around. With Microsoft Flight Sim, just by having that satellite imagery on top, it really transforms the way the sim looks, really transforms how everything just fits together. And so, like I say, Microsoft Flight Sim, based on default worlds, truly changes things. There's no Plan A350 yet, no AP. Interesting, okay. I'll probably change then to the dev version of the A320 after this then. That's a known issue. It means that the A321 will lose compatibility, but for a stable aircraft, probably. I mean, I'm using FSUI PC right now. I've got no problem with it, David. No problem at all. Increase speed now to Mach 0.7. I am putting a little bit of pressure on, but it doesn't seem to be doing too much at the moment. Right, so carry on with climb, be at cruise in a couple of moments, sit back, relax to the rest of the flights. That's ground speed, Ghost Shalto. Ground speed is 446. Absolutely fine. Currently airspeed 335 knots. Although at this point we're ignoring airspeed and ground speed, it's mainly flying on Mach at this point in time, which is Mach 0.72 at the moment. And slowly increase that, the higher we get. So we're going to cruise it around Mach 0.8. Let's get to 36,000. Oh yeah, the liveries looking really good in the sim, especially just the reflections throughout it. Very, very nice done indeed. Try on the speed slightly, and we're flying at Mach 0.74, so slowing down will be basically slowing the airplane to a point not even worth flying. We'll be alright. I mean, like I say, I'll update the aircraft afterwards. We'll fly next time about the rocking. Should be right. So what server we're flying on IVAO. Should it go that fast? Yes. Yes, it should. Off the anti-to now, since we're well above the threshold for it freezing over. If the weather was pleasant enough, that we don't particularly need it. If the aircraft starts freezing now, then that's my fault, but should be alright. Should be alright. Have I been to South Africa? No, I haven't. Yeah, the aircraft isn't rocking, the earth is wobbling. In the turns it's fine. In the turns it doesn't rock nearly as bad. Microsoft Flight Sim for Xbox will not be out until next year. Microsoft have now confirmed. What's this? Tall trees. There's probably too many tall trees short of the runway. There's a few trees to the side, but nothing direct on the approach. I mean, I presume you've got the default scenery, and that might be different, but at least with the gaffer scenery, Doesn't look too bad at all. This is Microsoft Flight Sim, Roy. Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, how you doing? Yes, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you can see now the clouds slowly starting to dissipate. The aircraft didn't shake so badly. Yeah, note to self, keep the aircraft updated. I can see why they recommended against this version. And if I turn off the autopilot, it's not nearly as bad. It goes back to the day of Mango. Yes, Mango is an island in Africa. So is Fly Safari. It's like Safari, but Safar. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's like back in the day when the A320 used to do this by default anyway. The rocking glitch. We're all used to it. Welcome, Thomason. How you doing? This is a glitch. This is a glitch. Yes, Mango is South African. Fly Safar is a South African airline. There are actually a fair few, especially some of the smaller ones as well that fly Cessna 210 stuff like that. Alice, it wasn't a King. I flew the Cessna Caravan. I did for Cape Town to Port Elizabeth. That's it. Planned arrival into Cape Town. We have runway 19. It'll be runway 19 via the Gateway 1 Bravo approach. That's the planned arrival. Airbus or Boeing? Flying an Airbus today, although I am more of a Boeing person myself. Welcome, AutoFly, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Thank you, Niels, glad you're enjoying the watch. Now I want to fly in the Pawpaw. What's that, Leon? Which aircraft you were referring to that? Very nice, Sorok. DA-42, fine aircraft. Fly to with Air Transat, could do at some point. Check my speed quickly. Climb 2 seems to have kind of stopped climbing there for a bit. Custom wing views, you can set. I've done a tutorial on that, so well worth checking out if you can set these custom viewpoints. So we've now left the KwaZulu-Natal region, heading towards Great Karoo. Transit planes look like more equal, definitely equal with both of those. You're a 748 pipe for 2 years, very nice, Roy. Very nice indeed. Never got a chance to fly 747. I was that close. I had a ticket for it, but lost that opportunity thanks to COVID. Welcome Aviation Hour. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. No, we don't have Wendy's in Europe. At least none that I've spotted, that's for sure. Oh, we're losing a bit of speed there, so we'll reduce the rate of climb now to about 1000. Passing through 310 now, so almost at cruise. While we're here, let's have a look at the passengers, shall we? Any names, any people you recognise? Any Jared on board? I'm not sure how Jared became a running joke. He was on one aeroplane, he managed to muck up the entire first class service. And now he's a meme on this channel. Even one person went and created a YouTube account based on his name. Fair play to them. Any Jared on board? Any famous people you recognise? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, standard aircraft, standard cabin, nothing too special. Otherwise looking so far so good. Cabin crew, middle of the aircraft, 7 whatever. fair few empty seats on board today with the 163 load. You got lucky Leslie here with an entire row to herself. In fact, you got an entire empty row right at the back of the aeroplane. A few window seats vacant. You got another one there as well. You've got Andre with an entire row to themselves. So far, so good. No, Jared. There's no first class in this aircraft. There's no service to disrupt. Turn off 1 sec to stop the water problem. Hang on. Let's have a look. Let's go back to start your comments. Oh right, I get you, I get you. Sec 1. Which one's Sec 1, sorry? Sec 1. You gotta tell me what that is, Roberts? If you tell me where that is, that would be massively appreciated. Overhead panel. Sec 1. So turn that off. Well, I'll be damned. That actually does it. Fair play. Did not realise that would be the fix for that. We'll turn it back on and just get the aircraft washed. Do you really need it? Not particularly. Still climbing, that's alright. Well, that's solved that. Thank you very much, people in the chats. See, this is why I love having you guys here in chat. You guys have all the fixes, you have all the resolutions. I'd have never known that without you lot. Thank you very much. That's so much smoother. So much smoother indeed. Do you want to become pilot? I'd like to at some point. I'd certainly like to. Just a case of, well, financing. You never know. I could go commercial, I could go private, but really, we'll have to see what the future really brings for that. So what is Sec 1? It's on the flight control. Sec 1. What system is that then? What's the full name of that? Something for me to learn certainly. Send it back on, will do. Not anymore, Ghost. I mean, I presume you're a little bit behind on the stream, but if you jump forward, it should be alright. No worries, forget on Reddit. Thank you very much, Roberts. Thank you very much, Blizz. Thank you very, very much indeed. See, that is so much smoother, so much better. The speed section on the FCU, why isn't there 3 lines? Which 3 lines are you referring to? I've just got an image up of the Airbus FCU. I don't see 3 lines. I don't see 3 lines in the real things, so I'm not sure. The fix, Sec 1, so turn it on. The aircraft should start shaking again. Actually, it's not even shaking anymore. A little bit of turbulence this time. That's the aircraft needs to reduce the speed again. I don't get why that keeps changing the Mach on its own. It's my one pet with this aircraft. It just does it. There it goes. It's shaking again, rocking. Turn it off. Smooth. Perfect. Microsoft Flight Sim. Who knows why half these things work, but hey. 3 lines will only appear. Oh yes, if I was on managed speed, it would appear. So if I did that, there we go. So now on max speed and following VNAV at this point, but because VNAV doesn't quite work in Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm not sure. What are you going to slow us down to? You're going to slow us down to. Okay, you didn't even have the speed on there. It's going to slow us down to some unknown number, but because VNAV doesn't work, I just use the managed speed mode and do it manually. So yeah, we use select mode. Eventually it will work, but one day, basically. I presume it's update 9. So I know update 9 will be the big Microsoft Flight Sim systems fix in the future. So presumably with that, you'll get the upgraded VNAV as well, but we'll have to wait and see for that. All the systems are there for it. We've got the performance page, which we calculate for takeoff. Really, all we're waiting for is for this row and this row numbers to update, then it works. Otherwise, from Namgu, 0 feet, and it kind of copies. Presumably this aircraft doesn't believe it's ever going to go over 0 feet, and so one day it'll be fixed. I know the 787 and 747 have got working VNAV, but only for the departures, not so much the arrivals. Thank you, Fitzy there for 5 Australian. Keep up good work. Down to D21, F blank. So to fix that, Fitzy, you do need the stable version of the A320neo. If you've got black displays, either don't use the A320neo or run the stable version, which I'm using right now, 4.1, and that will then fix the black screen issue in the A321. So the reason I'm not using the dev version, using stable instead, is because the A321. Ooh, a bit of a storm cell there, a bit of a jump. Yes, thank you very much for support, thank you very much. The pilot for American Airlines, you're almost on to the Light 11, but had the fluke and fly. Ah, that's well, that's tempting fate right there, Roy. Tempting fate indeed. The VNAV 74, it's like flying with Norman Bates. Your spot is very scary. Yes, it's not perfect, to say the least, to say the very least, but you never know. I mean, at this point, I've come used to flying on managed selector mode. I'm so used to flying with basic autopilot now that once it transitions back to VNAV again, it's like, how do you use the system all of a sudden? Yeah, create the Microsoft sweepskates. Sorry, enter the Microsoft sweepskates for yourself. Free so you can run it. When will Microsoft release more planes? At some point, Aviation Hour, just in case of waiting for them all to be developed. Yeah, the hardtack watching news. I can imagine. I mean, the fact that you're also supposed to be on that aircraft as well, once they announced that it was Flight 11, I can imagine that would have put you almost through survivor's guilt at one point. That would have been a roller coaster of emotion. But I hope you're doing alright now at the very least. I hope that, as 19 years have passed, things have kind of wound back a bit. Spoiler and elevator computer. Ah, okay, cheers that, Daniel. That would make sense. So, does that mean, for example, if I go to quick heading mode, which you... that's interesting. Okay, so it does follow everything normally. Interesting. Too bad injected traffic from Bats and White Down FSS 330. You're wrong, Ortho Flyer, because IVAO's injected traffic is correct, it's accurate. Because IVAO uses metal, which does have full flight sim compatibility, if we go to it, customers IVAO, what would it be? Community. There you go, so inside it you got IVAO TSL, Sim Object Aeroplanes. IVAO has got proper model matching for a bunch of certain aircraft. And so in some of my previous streams, you'll have seen that you had like 737s in the background, you had a 748s at Lufthansa in the background, a couple of 777s in the past as well. IVAO has got proper model matching in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's had it since day one. Can we do it on VATSIM? No, VATSIM does not have model matching, only IVAO. The fact is, the way IVAO have implemented Microsoft Flight Sim, it's been fantastic since day one. They got around the SimConnect bug that slowed everything down. They got that past that on pretty much day 2 of it being available. The ATC at some stage initially they gave like a special squawk code say that you're on Microsoft Flight Sim, therefore they gave you like extra benefits that help you around the network. The ATC are very forgiving, very compensating for Microsoft Flight Sim users. So the whole way they've implemented it has been truly fantastic, and so fair play to IVAO for being able to do that so quickly. I feel very lucky, and yes, I feel good that day. I mean, let me tell you, if I was in that situation where I was supposed to do something that went wrong and didn't, it would take me a long time to get over that mindset. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to avoid a lot of disasters, crashes, issues throughout my entire life. I mean, I fly a fair bit as a passenger. I do a fair bit of travel myself, so I've been fortunate to kind of avoid all of that, but if I managed to like get close to tempting fate and manage to get out of it, then who knows how I feel. Microsoft X11 is more realistic than Microsoft Flight Sim in regards to flight dynamics and physics and systems, but Microsoft Flight Sim is much more realistic in terms of the quality of models and the entire world scenery. Both sims have their upsides, both sims have their downsides, but I don't know, both of them are good platforms. I've still got X-Plane installed, so that's the platform that I haven't given up on for sure. Ooh, a bit of thunder there. I do plan to do an IVAO tutorial at some point for beginners, learning how to speak correctly. Something I do plan to do alongside a couple of other videos as well. For now, it's a case though of timing. When will I record them? When will I upload them? I mean, with Christmas now just over a month away, I can imagine that during the Christmas break, I'll probably get a few more uploads in there, tutorials and stuff like that. Waiting for stuff like the CRJ to come out as well. Once that's out from Aerosoft soon, I'll definitely do a few tutorials on that. In case of just learn the basics, do a few tutorials, get them out there, see how it all goes. You evacuated the BAC-111 back in the 80s? Ah, that's interesting. I've always liked the BAC-111. I never flew one, but I always liked the BAC-111. It's one of those aircraft that I never have an opportunity to fly, but I wish I kind of did. I wish I was a bit older than I am to have flown that. Plus nowadays, yeah, flying is much more safer than driving. I'm not sure about taking the train. Taking the train's quite safe as well. SJSU... I'm not sure what I mean by that name. I am never going to attempt. I do apologise. I have no idea. I can't read Arabic. But I'm not sure what I mean by that. Oh, is that just spam? Yes, it is. Okay, timeout it is. It's not too bumpy at the moment. If it got worse, I'd put seatbelt sign back on, but it's not looking too bad at the moment. Just like yesterday, very nice, Conrad. Real life or in sim? We're in the airport right now. Hotel Bravo Kilo. Which airport's that? Maastricht. Very nice. Where are you off to? Where are you off to in this COVID time? What places are not under quarantine at the moment? I mean, I was fortunate to go to Berlin a couple of weeks ago, but things have slightly died down since then. There are a few storms. There are a few things going on. Wing views. You can either use a showcase camera, or I've done some tutorials on how to do them, as it requires an edit of the config file, but if you search Drawyah wing views into YouTube, then you get a tutorial quite quickly. Do I have PPL, CPL? No, I don't. Am I working towards it? Not at the moment. Why? Financing. Too expensive. Too expensive. Put flaps on, up, on the infantry, shoots up, climb, descend. Slow the airplane down, Clay. It sounds like going too fast with flaps. Slow it down. Had to use spoilers if you need to. My graphic settings, I've got a video dedicated to my graphic settings. Concorde is coming to Microsoft Flight Sim. It's just a case of waiting for Sim to allow aircraft flight over Mach 1.0. At the moment, Microsoft Flight Sim limits the top speed of airplanes to Mach 1, which, well, for an airplane that cruises at Mach 203, doesn't quite work out. So once Microsoft remove that limitation, then the Concorde will become available in the sim. I dare you to turn off autopilot turbulence. There you go. Autopilot off. So far so good. Flying Reykjavik to Heathrow, very nice Owen. Too old for casual person to fly. Oh no, the Concorde is coming. It's been developed by DC Designs, is it? Yes, DC Designs and Just Flights working to produce the Concorde for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, let's turn the CFDi sign on for turbulence. And also, let's turn on the turbulence prediction. So, we'll put you into turbulence mode. System 1. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's actually a good call about turbulence there. Well, seatbelts there, because you see it gets green, detectable, goes yellow to our left-hand side as well. So it looks like we may have a bumpy couple of miles ahead of us. But then, quite calm and quite clear thereafter. Next year aircraft announced, so we have the Aerosoft CRJ coming out in December. The last time I said it was coming out in December, that might be delayed, but we'll see. But Aerosoft CRJ is coming. We have the PMDG 737, we have the Milviz 737, we have the FlyByWire A380, we have the Quality Wing 787, we have the TFDi design MD-11 coming. We've also got, there's another commercial jet as well coming. Got the DC Designs Concorde. We have, what else is on the way? There's a couple more on the way as well in terms of commercial jet lines, but I can't quite remember which ones they are. No, PACX worth $8. Yes, I would. Fantastic add-on. I do really enjoy what it brings to Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, that contrail. So right now are reworking the effects engine in the sim. And so once that's out, we get proper contrails, proper smoke, proper everything basically. So effects being redone and eventually released into the sim. Also about the GA320, well, the only issue I had was due to stability aircraft, but thanks to people in the chat, I now know you can turn off the Sec 1 switch and it stabilises the aircraft no problem. So again, turn it on descent, otherwise so far so good. PMDG 737 expected Q3 2023. I think PMDG said that they will do a 777, but it's just one of those that it's not their main priority at the moment, and it'll be a couple of years away. But I know PMDG have expressed their want to make a 737 at some point in the future. Q3 2021. So July, August, September of 2021. How to approach? Well, expected arrivals in 1 hour and 32 minutes, so about an hour sort of sense. How to get safety briefings from PACX? Download them off of YouTube. You can download on YouTube safety briefings and then convert them into .wav formats. YouTube has everything you ever need. Boarding music, safety briefings, you name it, it's on YouTube. Take the Pringle Bay approach. I mean, I'm set right now, Conrad, for runway 19. Which approach did you have? I should have that. I think that, well, 19. That, I believe that does take us over the coast, so it could be that same approach. Can you do a late night flight for next stream? We'll see. My live streams are the most dislikes and the least amount of views are the nighttime flights, because everyone says it's too dark, too boring, you get to see nothing, so I now try to avoid nighttime flights because people really just seem to hate them, so we'll see. Yes, Owen, I would recommend PACX. Fantastic add-on, adds a whole lot of, well, simulation depth to your flight simming. So I just realised it's not on flight control page, should now be on engines. Very nice, okay, so yeah, so we'll have the, what do you call it, the Pringle Bay approach. Runway 1 takes you over the coast, very beautiful. I mean, if he recommends taking a different approach on runway, then we can do, because, well, there's no ATC at the moment, it's on Unicorn 128, so we get a bit more freedom in regards to what our approach is. How do I am 21? So far, so good. Yeah, I doubt your 2012 HP will be able to run this so well, right? I mean, have a look at the Microsoft Flight Sim minimum spec, and kind of, well, minimum to meet recommended spec. Base it around that. You could probably get a system for about $450, $500, which will run the sim nice and smooth like this. With Microsoft Flight Sim, the minimum requirements are not hefty. It may not look as good on low settings, but if you're willing to invest, you can certainly get something decent without breaking the bank. Thank you, Blue Light Media. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the watch. Unicom on IVAO is 122.8, so it's the central frequency everyone connects to in airspaces that don't have active ATC. Same on VATSIM as well, so if there's no ATC, you tune to one central frequency where you can use text chat to kind of message other pilots saying, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, be aware. Flew Paderborn to Malta. Scenery over Italy really is fantastic. The scenery everywhere is fantastic. We're about to get over a break in the cloud now. I'm sure we'll get a fantastic view of the Great Karoo down below. Not quite yet at the Cape Verde Mountains. Certainly getting a nice scene of the highlands here down below. That might even be the Lesotho Highlands. Lesotho Highlands we're flying over now. South African region's not my specialty, I'm afraid. I can't give you too much of a geographical location where we are, so I do apologise for that. Oops, there are turbulence again. Yes, I'm looking at the map there. We don't think we need to see the sign on just yet, but again, if it gets worse, we can always pick it up again. Favourite plane model, the 737 or the 747. Frankfurt to Baku, so rolled through Neo, very nice. And anniversary was your birthday, got him loving it, very nice indeed. FPFC, yeah, so that's back on again. Hope you enjoy it, hope you enjoy it. If you need any help, drop a message or check out some of my tutorials, you'll be flying in no time. Southend to Heathrow, very nice. Boeing Airbus. Flying an Airbus today, but I am Boeing person myself. I do like my Boeing aircraft. Shame patch on the right hand side. Get much less to view the outside world than the left. More cloud cover on that side. I do plan to fly to Baku at some stage. It's actually an airport that has got quite a nice little approach in. One day, one day. And just that open space in front of us, almost like the heart of the storm. Opens up, very little going again. A little bit of turbulence there. Dips the wings. It just dips the wings slightly. It's interesting that it affects that. We're just over a third of the way there now. About a third of the way. Not too long to go. Nose MD. Glad you enjoyed the watch. Glad you've enjoyed the tutorials. Get back into sim. Glad to hear it. At the end of the day, those tutorials, the number one aim is to help people learn the basics of flight simulating, learn what they need to do. And so, well, it means that obviously they are, well, they're working. Phuket we could do at some point. Didn't South African know bus? South African Airways don't have the most amounts of money to their name, but they are not bankrupt, no. Not as far as I'm aware, not yet at least. There are quite a few airlines that have struggled badly with the whole reducing travel on COVID-19, but SAA, I think they are still soldiering on. They've sent a lot of their aircraft back to Leicester, but nothing too drastic yet. My current route's flying from King Shaka to Cape Town. Granted, the one engine, yes, thank you, Chaffee. It was an interesting stream, that. On hold for 2 hours, eventually ran out of fuel, priority landing into Dublin. Let's not try and repeat that anytime soon, that's for sure. Wishing half an hour, flying for South Africa, very nice. Thank you, Fissy, too. Glad you joined the tutorials. I'm glad you're learning lots. Through from, is that Charlotte's? Charlie Lima Echo to JFK. The sunset, absolutely beautiful. I mean, the sun right now is lowering on the horizon. A couple minutes ago, we saw the very low bit of sun at the top there, so it is lowering the sun. I do expect sunsets as we approach the west coast. They won't necessarily be here for long, as a new airline lift will be the South African New National. Interesting. I've not heard of lift. Are they flying, or are they still kind of in the formation stage? That part where the controllers instruct you to cancel the approach is the funniest thing. Yes, it was I don't often go against controllers. I don't often say, no, I'm going to ignore you and carry on with my approach. They wanted me to go around because of traffic on the runway, but I was like, no, we're contacting tower, we got to land, we've got one engine, I'm afraid there is very little we can do. But again, that's what I love about IVAO, they're very forgiving when it comes to this kind of stuff. They do, I don't get why these people spam these want to get famous nonsense, don't ever click on them. In fact, I might even add a black word, was it Big Follows, blacklist, I'll do that. Where is it? Filtering. Oops. I'm going to move that out of the way because it has literal swear words on this. Let's pass the filter. Big Follows. Now add it to the list. Yeah, I like IVAO because the controls are very forgiving, very catering. And just overall, you just, yeah. I like it a lot. Still information stage, name was established by the public. Okay. I'll keep an eye out on that then. Are they going to go independent, or do they plan to align themselves with any of the main alliances in the flights world? Can gear and flaps have no engines? Yes, they can. Gear will be dropped by gravity. Flaps can be dropped by emergency hydraulics. Flying McFly fly. Plain McPlane face. Did we turn off landing lights? Yes, we did. So what light is... Oh, that's not a light, that's just a bump in the engine. I thought that's a bit brighter than the rest. If we got a light shining onto that, but no, that's just the shape of the engine causing that. Thank you very much, Mangesh. Go and join the watch. Is this in the game too? Is what in the game? Sick wicked nature waitress. What's in the game referring to? Oh my gosh, even the captain model there has got the same horrible neck beard as I've going on. I plan to shave this off tonight. Once I finish streaming, this is all going. Got to look smart now. Do you have new add-ons that says 100 above minimums in the approach? Not yet, Mad Pilots, no. Enjoy the streams, thank you very much, Mangesh. Well, I said that, haven't I? Thank you very much. Blocks reports, thank you very much, Ortho. Unfortunately not. Wish I did, but it was a runner-up. I'm not sure if I go independence. We'll see. See how it goes. Also, another comment from Robbie there. South African, not your favourite airline. So, out of all the airlines that operate in the South African region, who would you then say is the most, like, I guess, upper class? Who is the most, I guess, desirable of all the South African airlines? I mean, the only ones I really know of are South African Airways, Mango, and FlySafair. Oh yes, I've also got Comair as well, British Airways Comair. Those are the main 4 that I know of. There might be a few others as well. I think those are the 4 major ones at least. Cleveland, that's sorry, Cleveland's to New York. Flying from Cleveland was nice, exceptionally 1949, interesting. Can you see the centre point of gravity in SimBrief? Not in SimBrief, no. I use a calculator for that. Gravity gear, emergency hydraulics ran out of fuel the other day, couldn't load the gear on flaps. Interesting, because the gear should have loaded via gravity, so that's that. Mango. Okay, I see Mango are the the favoured. There you go. So number 1 Mango, number 2 South Africa, number 3 Safair, number 4 Kalula as well. Yes, forget about Kalula. Oh, is Comair really that bad? I mean, they're the ones that fly the British Airways face on them. I thought I'd be able to at least give them some subsidies with that. Actually, are Comair even South African, or are they one of the other countries around there? Like I say, my knowledge about South Africa and just African airlines in general is not super, so I do apologise for having very little local knowledge. But, well, I see Mango certainly get their praise. Their fleet as well, they're not like 737-400s. Mango Air. Was that? No, I know FlySafair fly 734s. Let's have a look. Fleets is... yeah, okay, so it's 14738, 186 formation, former South African Airways aircraft with their bright orange liveries. Well, if I ever find myself out in South Africa, I will certainly give them a try. Welcome in, Sebs, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've seen your name in the chat. How are you doing today? When you get a chance, Google Rockdassie, they're on Table Mountain in Cape Town. Let's have a look. Rockdassie, it's on my phone. I want one. Oh, look at it! Oh, look at them and their cute little faces. It's not going to work, is it? 'Cause it's green screen. Look at them! Oh, I love them. I love them all. They remind me of quokkas. Little faces. They remind me of quokkas. And now you're going to ruin my life by telling something like, you guys eat these as a delicacy over there. I know, which animal is it? They look adorable, but somewhere in, I think it's the Philippines, they then roast them, and hamsters, they eat them, roast them. I love these. The Rock Hyrax. Oh, look at it! It's so adorable! Go Kulula Airlines, Big Cheese. Let's have a look. Oh yes, yes, I know Kulula Airlines. I know the Flying 101 livery. Yes, they eat guinea pigs in Ecuador. Yes, I know the Kulula Airlines livery. Actually, I do quite like. That's another one. Everyone, people ask me like, "What's your favourite airlines?" I always say Nok Air. I forget about this one. It's I do like. I like it. Welcome back, Aviation Hour. How are you doing? How would you describe your knowledge of engineering engines aircrafts? Not high, I'm afraid, Chris. Not high. I can fly them virtually, but how they're put together, I couldn't explain. How if I managed to get myself in the cockpit on these in real life, I'd probably get lost very quickly. Not too bad, Graham. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chats. Voice was so calming. Even falling asleep. No comments. No comments. I know, my voice. Some love it, some hate it. It's like Marmites. So we are just over halfway there now. Just over halfway. Just under halfway to go. What does IVAO actually kind of do? So IVAO, which is this, it's a multiplayer server. At the moment it's a bit quiet, there's no ETC right now, so we are just on Unicom. Basically, if you flew into a busy airspace with traffic, then with IVAO you can contact them, use voice ATC, that kind of stuff. So it's well worth looking. It's probably not the best example of it, but if you were to go to, for example, my Dublin flight, that's a very good example, because the entirety of that we were speaking to controllers. I apologise, my nose is really itchy today. Love to see you on the flight in real life with Squirrel. Both of you do a group fight in Microsoft Flight Sim. We'll see. We'll see. I know Squirrel. I watch Squirrel. His stuff is really good. Whether or not we go flying, that'll be another thing entirely. But I watch his stuff. I do enjoy what he does. Zoom out on the ND slightly. Cape Town slowly pulling its way down on top of the ND there. Let's have a look at the approaches. Some people tell me to do runway 01. Let's have a look. Cape Town Airports. Wikipedia. Let's go to you. Runway length. So runway 0119 is longer runway. Google Maps. I should use charts, but I'll use that instead. Cape Town Airports. Do I agree Boeing is Airbus better than Boeing? I mean, I prefer my Boeing aircraft, but which one's better than the other? That's it's down to a lot of opinion. 0119. Yeah, okay, so it looks like for the nicer approach, take runway 01. What are the current winds at the moment? Documentar. Fact. 19009. That is... It's a tough one, that. Landing on runway 19 will give us a perfect headwind. But if you guys want to see the nice Pringle Bay approach, that means the winds will be against us, which isn't great, but 9 knots probably manageable. Oh wait, hang on. No, okay, that's perfect. So if you're on Pringle Bay, runway 19, perfect. Okay, that works. We're going to stand on runway 19 today. Welcome, Rorik, how are you doing? Welcome to the chats. Getting a little bit bumpy. Seatbelt sign is turned on right now. The weather doesn't look to be lighting up anytime soon. It's clear. It's relatively clear. Just bumpy. Very bumpy. Liveries Microsoft Flight Sim. Look at the well, welcome Dan Chow, welcome to chat, how are you doing? Best place to look is the Liveries Mega Pack. Liveries Mega Pack for Microsoft Flight Sim, very good for the liveries and, well, all of the default aircrafts. Yeah, the Dublin flight. I hope we don't have 2 hours of holds today, that's for sure. There's no ATC or Unicorn, so we'll probably just fly straight in, but fingers crossed, there's no massive amounts of holding today. Fortunately, A380 FlyByWire, very excited. We've never had a proper A380 mark in any flight sims, so it will be nice to see one eventually. It goes through Discord, not through MediaFire. To be fair, my tutorial on Liveries Mega Pack is out of date now, so I need to update that one very soon. There's a few things I need to update. So the A320neo project, since I did a video on that, very different now. The Liveries Mega Pack, very different now. So I do plan to do a few videos at some point, kind of with the updated aircraft, but we'll see. I own an iPilot? No, I'm not. The mirror image is sorted out, Liveries Mega Pack. You're referring to the 747 there? No, because of, well, it's down to how the model is built for the 747. It's not really designed for people to change, so it's a bit of an interesting scenario with 747 liveries being mirrored. But if you download the 747-400 mods, that one works fine. Welcome back, Nils. Do I want to be an air pilot? Yes, but it's too expensive. Which way are you going for the GP upgrade? I'm going 38. I've got a 38 on order. I'm just waiting in the queue for it to arrive. As good as AMD graphics cards are, the drivers, software and compatibility of NVIDIA are, in my opinion, better. So, going down the 3080 routes. Landed at Hong Kong, flying 744 from Frankfurt to Miami, about 3 hour time. Very nice indeed. And when you landed at Hong Kong, flying from Frankfurt to Miami, I presume it's a stopover, you're going the long way around, because that's a bit of an interesting choice there. Ever thought about joining the armed forces, get pilot that way? No, I haven't. And if I did want to, I'm certainly not fit enough to ever try the armed forces. Will I get the new Xbox Series X or S? Nope, I've got no plans to at this stage. Also, can you please not type with full caps? 100 hours per year. It differs. It differs regarding the flight hours, but I mean, around the lockdowns, 100 hours is not too difficult. That's, well, 10 hours a month. It's about 2 hours a week as a minimum. I don't think you're posh enough to fly an RAF Spitfire anyway. No, not that posh, I'm afraid. My voice is too calming to fly anything in a warbird. The enemy hear my voice, they're going to go to sleep. It's like a lullaby. I apologise. No worries, Psych. You take care. Have a good one. How many times have you been in Cape Town? In flight sim in real life? In real life, never. This will be my third flight in Microsoft Flight Sim to Cape Town, in and out. First time landing there. I've done 2 departures. First time landing there. Is it easy to install mods? Yes, just a case of drag and drop into the community folder. Very easy. Flyby coming in 2021. I presume you mean the A380. Unconfirmed yet. Welcome, Karen, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. How do you have all this time? Lockdown, basically. Lockdown, you're not really doing much else. I'm using the Microsoft Store version of Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, it's calm now. Before I forget, seatbelts off. Also, I don't really need the wind shear anymore, so turn that off. Put it on the wind to the cloud, that's fine. It's nice and smooth now. Not looking too bad ahead of us.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you
My real job, marketing. I do marketing. Welcome, Minty, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. We've had things gone nasty in the UK again. We've gone to a second lockdown, so see how that goes. She may see everything change again soon, but we'll see. We'll see. You have to write in the remarks if the live stream down for IVAO. I wouldn't say you're perm banned. I mean, IVAO really don't do much in the way of banning at all. I'm very sure I have it in the remarks I'm streaming right now. Look in the cabin. I mean, there is no cabin in the aircraft per se. There's really not much to look at. Welcome on Twitch, how you doing? The benefits of the flight sim compared to real life. These are the scenes you don't normally get to see in real life. But I mean, it's beautiful, this sim. It really is. Return to normal Australia. I mean, you look at places like New Zealand, they closed their borders pretty much on day one. They eradicated it within days, so downside of being New Zealand, borders are all closed, but the upside, your life has returned back to normal pretty much instantly. This livery, I'm not sure if it's in the Mega Pack, but I downloaded this on off the FlightSim.2 website, but I know a lot of those liveries are in the Mega Pack, and so I'll have to check basically. Program support, shall we? So we're expecting runway 19, Delta ILS Zulu via the Getter 1B approach. No vias, insert that, good to go. So it's quite a nice approach we've actually got ahead of us. Green screen special software we're using. We're using XSplit VCam. There we go. I mean, if I got rid, I'm not going to remove the green screen background because it looks horrible to stay so at the moment. But yeah, we're using some VCam. It works well. It does its job. Really, I'm complain about that. The banning people on IVAO, like I say, I've not yet heard of the IVAO streaming ban. I mean, I put the remark in, but unless they've changed things, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe back around the cockpit. I wish. Welcome, Michi, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. 2/3 of the way there, 1/3 to go. Start our descent in about 30 minutes. 30 minutes of top of descent, something like that. Approaching near Table Mountain, very good. That's interesting. It's like a fault line, or like an old valley or something down below. Just making its way across. Presumably there used to be a lot more water there at some point in history. Over the years, things have waned down a bit. You find it hard to get motivation flying the airline sim due to how good the FlyByWire A320 is. I mean, there are mods out there. You've also got like the Salty Simulation 747. You've also got the 787XE projects. There are other projects out there, and I mean, I plan to fly the 787 tomorrow. I plan to fly from Newark to San Francisco in the evening, so there are options out there. It's just a case of jumping onto them, really. How am I doing what? Sorry, Brett. How am I doing what specifically? A little fast, not at all. Yeah, well below the overspeed mark, Mach 0.78. It's quite normal cruise speed this. Am I real? I think I am. Yeah, just pinched myself, I haven't faded or anything. Yes, they are free mods to 78 and 74, the Salty Simulations and the 787XE. Am I a real pilot? No, I'm not. Really enjoyed your A321 flights. These are really sky sound pack. I mean, sound packs, you never know. Something could happen on the way for that. That comes down mainly to Canadian mods. They might have something up their sleeve in the future, but in terms of partnerships, Canadian mods have really opened up a little bit. Then I've got partnerships with the Liveries Mega Pack and Airlines Mega Pack, I think it's called as well. Marketing for the train museum. I mean, for one, I don't work at a train museum. You're referring to the railway volunteer, which I do some marketing for, but not much in the way of that. So, I do marketing, but not railway related. 737 comes to do slides on Christmas Day. Again, everyone's saying that from the Canadian mods team. I've seen nothing in regards to the 737. I've searched their Discord. Unless I've missed the announcement, I've not seen that Christmas Day release. You're only asking because you're the one who took the fly log, but keep up good work. Thank you very much, Clicks. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed the watch. Nope, the railway is not a paid job, it's entirely volunteering. See, the sun is getting lower on the horizon. I'm not sure if we'll get the full sunset as I thought it would have been from the get-go, but it's getting lower. We may get some orange and sky judging approach. We'll just have to see. Less than an hour to the arrival. Yeah, we'll get a bit of light on the approaching. I can't talk today. We'll definitely get a bit of lighting on the approach in today. Welcome from Portugal, welcome Strix, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Trains and planes, well, I love your work. Thank you very much, Heroic. Trains, planes, and we've got a raid. Welcome, all newcomers. Who's this from? Let's have a quick look. Welcome newcomers. SimK Hype, SimK Hype, SimK Hype, SimK Hype, SimK Hype, SimK Hype. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. The Flying Fabino, 77, gosh. That is a jump. Thank you, Flying Fabio, thank you very much. Thank you very much as well, Fabio. You are a star. Welcome newcomers. We are just under an hour away from landing. We'll be starting our descent in about 10 minutes. So you've joined us at a good time. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the chats. Flying Fabio, I think I've seen something like that in the past. Welcome, welcome indeed. Don't forget to update sales on board. Oh yeah, that's going to jump up like crazy now. So it's 145 on YouTube. Plus, let me now join on Twitch. 145 plus... Get this right. 77 plus 9. So that would be 80... 86... 86145 or 86 plus 145. Welcome all 231 of you. Overweight now. Oh yes, I can imagine that the added passengers on board, it's going to increase the weight slightly as well. Hope some of you don't mind standing. Just finished Cross the Pond. Very nice indeed. Cross the Pond, one of those events that I wish I could still participate in, but sadly like I say, we won't go into the details about that sim, but I'm start flying it. It's just a case of hoping for some mercy. The raid was the Flying Fabio on Twitch. So welcome, Twitchcomers. We'll see about Postcon. Postcon's one of those interesting networks because they're around, they're testing, they need to get out soon. With Postcon, it's a case of, while people are still knowledgeable of them, they need to get out there, they need to start growing, expanding, and actually becoming public for people to use it. From what I've seen, it's a decent network, it just needs to get out there. That's the problem. I mean, they're holding back for something, but I'm not sure what they're waiting for. The release of Microsoft Flight Sim was their perfect opportunity, but yeah, they need to release it in the prime time or kind of lose out, and so we'll see. We'll have to see with the future of Postcon, but I mean, when they first made their announcements back at Flight Sim Show 2018, it wasn't last year, it was the year before. Thank you. Thank you, Red Sun Rights, for the 219 Norwegian kroner. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. What was I saying? Yeah. When they announced it in Flight Sim 2020, it was like, wow, look at this network. They've got proper voice unicom, they've got proper like VHF frequency, like deter, like from what they announced, it was fantastic. Now, there's some developments, they're still pushing things back. IVAO and Vaccine have kind of pretty much taken all their what's it called? All of their features they kind of said was exclusive to them. The other networks are now kind of capitalised on, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it, but we'll have to see how things change. Because Axe now for an episode Shadow, yes. Have a quick look at the passengers quickly, see if they've changed in any way. It's 93% satisfaction in the cabin right now, so it's kind of slowly going down. But unless we get another snack sales, which we may do before descent. Let's see. Well, for the most part, it's majority green in the cabin. You get a few yellows where they're alright. They're not hungry. They're very thirsty though. We've got you as well. You're somewhat hungry, somewhat thirsty. So Jimmy's, again, they're alright. You got some very happy people. You've got some who's proper green. No, the most you get is happy. No one particularly content or. There you got one person content. There we go. Valerie. There's a bit of a mix in the cabin. A bit of a mix. Yes, 219 knock, $23. The kronas. I mean, you got Norwegian krona, Swedish krona, and Danish krona. They're similar in value. They're about 10 krona for £1 thereabouts. But it's an interesting currency. You go to somewhere like Denmark, the krona is worth more than you think it is. You go to somewhere like Sweden, it's worth less than what you think it is. The first trip I ever did on my own without my family, well, the first trip was actually Finland. My second trip was to Sweden. And so that was my first real exposure to the krona, and that's kind of where I first learned about how the different values were. Then I went to Norway, again, learned basics, wasn't too bad. Then I went to Denmark. The krona in Denmark, oh yes, no, Icelandic krona as well. I know Finland used to do krona as well, but Finland theirs for the euro a couple of years ago. The Danish krona, hang on, there's a bit of turbulence there. Let me turn that back on, see what sign's definitely coming on now. Yeah, actually that's quite red in there, so we'll leave that on. We'll leave that on, keep an eye on it. Yeah, Danish krona I completely miscalculated, and I ended up spending about 10 times more than I originally planned to have done, so that was interesting. I do have Twitch, it's moved back. I do use Twitch. So, yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one, the krona. It's a great currency. I love the coins as well. The coinage is very good. PACX versus self-loading cargo. So, both are similar. How do you if you're not supposed to the left? Can't mind to do that. As someone told me in the chat earlier on, the sec 1 on flight control, turn that off. If you turn it on, give it a few seconds, the aircraft starts rocking. But if you turn that off, there we go. So go left and right now. Rock, rock, rock. As you see, it's not stable now, but turn it off. Aircraft flies stable again. Self-loading cargo PACX, similar in what they do, but with PACX, I think you get a lot more customization in regards to like safety briefings and boarding music, that kind of stuff. Also, you can use your own voice. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, updates from the flight deck. We are about 10 minutes away now from starting our descent into Cape Town, and at this stage we are pretty much on time for our estimated time for arrival. Once again, any questions speak to cabin crew today. I do apologise for some slight turbulence en route, which will be down in approximately 50 minutes. So you can use your own voice to kind of send a message to the cabin crew, so public address general. So like you get your own voice, you can speak to the thing, it's a lot more customizable. And also the end of flight reports, I do like how that all looks as well. I don't know, out of the two add-ons, I'd say with PACX you get, it's a little more expensive, but you do get the more premium products. I did like TFDi design, they're a good developer. Also very excited for their upcoming MD-11 as well, that's currently on the way. Just having it's getting a little bit stronger now. It's also interesting to see the pattern of storms on my left hand side as well. It is kind of like, it's reds, reds, red, kind of mixes around. If I mix that with cloud cover, which, well, that's both of them. If I go to just turbulence, which go just cloud, and there's different systems. So weather, what's that? Okay, it kind of mixes, doesn't it? But yeah, it's kind of a mix. Got a lot of red on the left, the rest of the green on the right or clear. There's definitely a few storm cells that I do need to keep an eye out for. Yeah, it's getting a bit windy now, a bit bumpy. I mean, what? How far now? 130 miles from the airport. 36, 369, 6 12, 18, so 90 plus 18, 108, about 108 miles from the airport, so our descent. We did plan to do a few flights to stop over at some point. I did plan to do one last weekend, but the sim crashed on me, so at some point we will do for sure. Again, massive thank you to Red Sunrise there for the 219 Corona. You are an absolute star. Yeah, let's have a look at the weather at different altitudes. Does it get windier or clearer down below? The METAR's staying the same. Yes, I use Simbrief for flight planning. I mean, the fact is, we're so close to the descent at this stage that changing our altitude anyway right now would have minimal effects. We have got seatbelt signs on, don't you worry, seatbelt sign is currently turned on. At this point, we're so close to the airport now, so close to descent, changing the altitude will have minimal effects on the rest of this flight. Africa is beautiful, it really is. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, the first sim to really do it justice. You look at other platforms, right now it'd just be deserts, generic desert texture. With Microsoft Flight Sim, the proper satellite imagery really changes the whole landscape of Africa. It's a very, very fun region to fly through. I mean, I've done quite a few flights in the past, even around like Como, Kenyatta, around Nairobi, Kenya. I mean, I've done a fair few Africa flights in the sim. Well, two places I've not really looked at. Well, I've looked in some detail, not much. The Asian regions and South America. Some of those places I should probably start looking a bit more into. I've done a lot of Europe, I've done a fair bit of America, I've done a fair bit in Africa, but Asia and South America, we'll try and do a few things there. Right now we're in South Africa, random gaming, flying through South Africa. King Shaka in Durban to Cape Town in Cape Town. Oh yes, very nice Ryan. Whereabouts in South Africa? Anywhere we're flying to or near, or are you more Johannesburg area? Am I pilot outside sim? Nope, no I'm not. You might fly to Libya. Libya would be an interesting area, that's for sure. Right, so we'll give it 3 or 4 minutes, we'll start our descents. If you do leave meals, you take care of yourself, have a good night. Just looking out to the side there, just a fantastic scenery this has to offer. Look at that. Just look at that. I don't even know where to put the camera, just so much to look at. Where'd you get your live weather up? Flex temp and wind speeds. Well, the flex temp comes from the A320 calculator. You get on the internet, so wappro.cz, something like that. The weather updates I get off of METAR information, which I can just pick up from IVAO. So METAR gives me all the updated weather, and I can use different resources online to do all that. I've done a few tutorials on like the approach phases of the aircraft, so we'll check out some of those if you can learn the basics. Right, let's plug into let's start the descent and let's program our performance. So we need to drop down to 3,000 for the approach to 19. So drop down to 3,000. We'll slow the airplane down now. 9.72. Split altitude 3,000. Set to minus 2,000. So we're going. I do plan to do a PO at some point, glider potentially as well. It really comes down to what money I've got, what I plan to do with it, and what my own timing future kind of as well. Yes, microlight license. No, that is me you're thinking of. With my microlights license, the company I did it with went bust. So, fortunately I've lost no money in that, I keep the hours and all that, but it's just a case of seeing well, where and what I can do with that, basically. But we'll see. We'll see. Plans have changed, I'm afraid. So to calculate the flex temp, I use the WebPro CD calculator here. So A320 CFM metric flying from Heathrow, we'll say. There you go, that's called that. Runway 09 left. So there you go, plug that all in, calculates, and then it gives you the flex max. In this case, flex max is 67, or flex temp is 67. So I use the WebPro.cz A320 calculator. It's built for the fly-by-wire, but in reality it's compatible with a lot more. Oops, I've taken the wrong link, have I? I'm just in google.co.uk, what am I looking at? There you go, try... I've just done it. Come on, Drawyah, better than this. There, give that a go if you want a link to the thing. Do I think I'd be able to fly an A320 in real life? Probably not. Flying in a sim is much less complex than anything real life would throw at you. You don't need flex temp for a 787. Flex temp is only there for Airbus aircrafts. Boeing does not use flex temp. Welcome to Loop, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. We've got us right in time for descent now. Landing in just under 39 minutes. Right, let's program our performance again. So, QNH is 1018. Temperature is 14 degrees centigrade. Altitude and wind 190 at 9. Transition altitude 11,000. So it'll be 151 approach speed. Quite a high approach speed that. But again, 9 knot winds, or 9 knot headwind. That would be more like 142. So yeah, that makes sense actually, that's fine. That's going to fly incision height 645. With that, performance is set. So at this point, we are now flying over the Cape Fold Mountains. So you can see a few mountains to our right hand side actually. That's that pulled up. Cape Fold Mountains. That's the region we're flying over now. Bit of a storm set to our left, but we're going to avoid all of that. So far so good. Flight time today was just shy of 2 hours. Well, it'll be about 2 hours by the time we touch down anyway. My IVAO of the ID is... I genuinely don't know, it's 5 something. Let me grab it. If you want to try my flight even... There's quite a few people following me, so if you want to try my flights, you can do so via that link there. So we're South African 2115. Behind me, you've got a Juliet Echo. I'm not sure which line that is specifically, but they're flying A320. Behind that also, you've got another flying Durban to Cape Town. So we've got a fair few flight followers. Taking some of them, well, that was a little bit different, but you've got some similar routing as well behind us. Yeah, dialing there, I can track my flights. Do you use multiplayer? Yes, I use IVAO for my multiplayer network. My one gripe with the sim, it keeps changing the speed of the aircraft. That causes me more problems than you'd think with my descents. Well, it causes everyone problems with their descent because it keeps speeding up. Tail mountain will be to the right of the approach. Coolio. How to get it so smooth? Overclocking, my friend. Overclock, overclock, overclock. Works very well in Flight Sim. Certainly helps out a bit. 72, 74 degrees centigrade. It's not hot to thermal throttle, but reducing the power limit certainly helps that. I'm using the IVAO multiplayer, yes, right now. Anyone can see anyone on IVAO as long as you're connected to the network. Which, like I say, I'm using the altitude client right now. So as long as you've got this installed and you're connected, you're online, then anyone can see anyone. Getting a little bit bumpy right now. I'm into what looks like the heart of the storm, just up ahead. It's quite a nice approach, that. Should be quite a nice one. How long to landing? 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Ah, very nice. Actually, I'm sure I recognise your name there. Member of Staff of Belgium Division. I'm sure I recognise your name from somewhere. I speak to Berend every once in a while. I think he's, is he Belgium? Is he Netherlands, Berend? I need to double check. that. Cape Town, Madagascar, at some point we could do. I have got a tutorial on IVAO, yes. I have got a tutorial on the installation and setting up of it. How do you get centre gravity without running sensitive menu? I do it before in the menu, and then I jot down numbers and reset it so I can fuel on the sim again. Although some airports don't seem to have fuel trucks. But I do some pre-planning before I start streaming, just to get numbers I need. And how I thought about playing different games. I mean, I do play Train Sim every once in a while, and when I'm not streaming, I do play Armour 3 a fair bit. I play smaller games like Town of Salem, and that gets me going from time to time. When I'm not streaming, I do a fair mix of different things. Alright, see the sign's already on, so I need to turn it on at this stage. How do you get charts to the airport you're standing at? ChartFox I'll use, or I'll just Google, say, facts charts into Google, first thing will come up. Or if I'm feeling particularly lazy, I'll just be like, hey chat, what's the ILS frequency for runway 19 at Cape Town? And then 9 times out of 10, someone will stick the what's it called? Someone will stick the ILS frequencies in chats. So right now it's fine. 109.1165, of course, that's fine, it's no problem. I don't know, that's the benefit of streaming as well. You get people telling you stuff that you've never realised before. That's so much benefit. I mean, some people said turn this back on again. If I turn it on now, it causes too many problems. I don't know, I love streaming. I love just the community side of everything. So much fun. So much fun indeed. Okay, there's no bearing in your division, so it must be Netherlands then. I like your polo shirts. Yes, it's a polo shirt. It's just bright orange. There's no brand name or anything. It's just a generic polo shirt, I think. Thank you. I'm loving the scenery ahead of us. You can see the river snaking in front. You've got a nice little valley over there as well. Some very fancy scenery we're opening up to ahead of us. A little bit of turbulence yet across the fighting as well. It'll manage. It'll manage. Now, if you're running AMD, check your drivers. Make sure they're fully up to date. And I know people using AMD on Microsoft Flight Sim. It's not too bad. Default menu. So I'm using I use the Gaffer Simulations King Shaka, the departure airport, and because I run the Premium Deluxe version of Microsoft Flight Sim, I'm not sure which version it is, but Cape Town is one of the hand-built airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not sure though if it's standard deluxe or premium deluxe, but we have got upgraded scenery at both ends, while the rest of it all defaults. And of course, when the A320neo we set up in Airways livery. It's not bad. It really isn't bad at all. Eight gigs of VRAM. I mean, my graphics card uses 6 gigs of VRAM. My 1660 is 6 gigs of VRAM. It's not great, but it's not bad by any means. I might actually turn off the weather radar because I genuinely can't see my routing on this map on the ND. We'll keep it on for now, but we'll keep an eye on it just in case. Also, anti-icing, probably think about turning that on actually. Again, you never know what the clouds are like in the sim. You never know what the anti-icing is like. On mic, I use a Floron BM800. It's cheap, it's from China, it works really well. Reduce sense 1,500 feet per minute. Johannesburg is not hand-built, no. Johannesburg is a generic default airport. VSync limits 30 FPS. Well, I have VSync turned off. My FPS limiter is external. I use the NVIDIA Experience to, not Experience, NVIDIA, which one is it? Control panel to limit my FPS. Go away. Every mic works well with your voice. I'll never understand the voice thing. Just got to tilt the radar up. Yes, that'd be appreciated. Any other hobbies, interests other than flight simming? I mean, I volunteer at a railway, so I do a fair bit of train stuff as well. I started a... Thank you. I started a Couch 5K a couple of weeks ago, so hoping to get into running a bit, loosen the weights. That's about it really. I'm not the most interested person in the world at all. Not interesting at all. Do you think I'll invest in head tracking for this? Probably not. Probably not. At least the way because I run a dual monitor setup, and so I've got my streaming on one thing, IVAO, chats, sim, my phone's here for anything extra as well. If I look at my phone or I look at my other monitor, it's just going to send the camera crazy, so for the sake of everyone, probably not. People behind me, I have no idea who they are, but they presume they watch the channel, and they just follow on the routes as well. I mean, everyone's free to. That's the fun thing about IVAO. Fly your routes, enjoy yourself. Come say hello. Hey, dog's sitting in your head, Live Studio. Good to hear, Roy. Well, it's nice to have someone who's actually, well, a pilot themselves, and I presume what was your highest ranking as pilot then? Because I presume you've been flying for a fair few years. You've piloted 748s for a couple of years. So, do you still fly now, or are you retired? What was your highest kind of ranking in terms of aviation? I'll just climb to 800 feet per minute. Also, altimeter set to 1018. We won't do flaps just yet, so we've got a little bit of travel left to go. But we'll turn those on when we get there. Just look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. There's another way to describe this. It's beautiful. Highest rank was Director of Fly at American Airlines. It was in 2009. Fair play. So, Director of Flight, how does that rank in regards to chief pilot of a certain airline stroke fleet type? Do you have the attitude line? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Ortho. How's the weather in Cape Town? Well, this is it right now. We're only about 30 miles away from Cape Town. So we're seeing now what we're going to get. Reduce climb to 500 feet per minute. So the one downside to having VNAV, you never quite know how low you are until I guess you're a bit too late. In fact, I might even consider switching from weather radar to ground radar, because that mountain is a lot closer than I thought it would have been. It's actually not too bad. You've got a few green marks ahead of us, but we are going to clear those without too much problem. Active ATC in Cape Town, not right now. Currently on 12.8 Unicomms, no active ATC. It's going to be a peaceful flight, a quiet flight this evening. I mean, this is the Cape Fold Mountains mountain range. Cape Fold, so you do get a fair few mountains out here. We'll clear those, and then continue around the rest of the approach. 2,500. Ooh, there we go, 2,500. We're definitely getting close to something. Look at that. I'm sure we're flying way too low at this point, but who cares? And as soon as this beautiful, just look down, enjoy the scenery while you can. This is fantastic. I mean, hello? That shouldn't be doing that. And then demons. Okay. That shouldn't have happened. I presume that was the external model didn't quite sync with the internal model, which kind of led to that. That was strange. That was. I'm looking at my panels like, had my panels glitched? Oh no, that's not right. I looked down. It's like there are legs there. There should not be legs there. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then it's just someone sitting in the seat. That was weird. Anyway, anyway. Not again. I love this sim. So strange, but I love this sim. Not long to go now. Let's go down to 210 knots. Very shortly, get ready with the first stage of flaps. Weekend at Bernie's. So reducing speed now. We hit 220. Flaps 1. The pilot's soul left his body. Welcome, Captain the Rush. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Do you reckon you'll make your own delivery flights, perhaps in career mode? We'll see. We'll see. Cloud cover right now. So from 3,500 there should be no clouds. 3,500 a few reported. So below that we should be quite clear. Nope, no Jared tonight. Doing live weather in Perrysburg. Clouds be so thick, it'll be raining so hard you have to abandon live stream. Wow, okay. To be fair, sounds like a normal night in the UK. 210 knots. Reduce speeds to 180. Flaps 2. Are all allowance flyable in full flight? I mean, if you're looking for VNAV Luaga, then no. But if you don't mind flying a bit more manual hands-on, then I've got no problem with this. I've done quite a fair few full flights in this sim. Next thing after this, probably tomorrow morning. We'll do a shortish flight tomorrow. And then in the evening, going to fly from New York, Newark to San Francisco, United Airlines 787-10. So finally going to fly 787 again. It's been a little while, but it should be quite good. Should be quite good. So 151 on the approach. Not rain, just cloud. Just cloud at the moment. Cloud and a little bit of sunset. Haven't tried the 330 mod yet? No. But I plan to at some point. I'm going to clear the cloud and mountain, going to appear, ruin your day. Oh, you're going to clear the cloud and the mountain going to appear. That would be a sad way to end, wouldn't it? So that there behind us, another aeroplane, also flown in from King Shaka Durban. There should be one more aircraft somewhere to my right as well, but they're a little bit further away. Got an airfield down below. You're looking at the Twitch chat, Captain Arash. YouTube's a little bit more active when it comes to messages. Sudden loss of power? Not personally, didn't know. So that over there is the Pringle Bay. So that was the approach that people said I should do. Let's have a look. Any mods? No. Apart from the A320, which is a few mods. The rest of it, all pretty much defaults. May I ask, how do you broadcast different platforms at the same time? Restream. I use Restream to broadcast different platforms. So it's enough at all. The free stuff it gives you, very good indeed. They've had a problem. I know StreamLabs have recently released their own mod streaming tool as well. So we'll see. But for now, Restream. So that, I presume, is that one there. Table Mountain. Or am I looking at a different one? Brake sets to low. Spoilers armed. Welcome, Des Aviation. How you doing? IVAO and VATSIM, they do the same thing in regards to online ATC multiplayer. IVAO is usually pretty good for Europe, South America, and Asia, while VATSIM is good for the UK, US, and some parts of Africa. Africa is quite mixed between two platforms, but really, where you often fly comes down to where you'll probably do most flying, which network. Next stream tomorrow. 2 streams for tomorrow. Haven't planned the morning one yet. The evening one will be Newark to San Francisco. Today's arrival 14 minutes. We've done pretty good for time today. 14 minutes. Very good indeed. Turn off the anti-icing. Probably put a bit of backlighting in as well, since we are now getting a little bit dark in the cockpits. Itchy nose is going to pain me now. Reduce speed, 170 knots.
2,500.
Flaps down, 3. See if you want to plane that lands behind you, taxi. We'll have a look, Ben. We'll have a look at their positioning as we come into land. Just to confirm, IVAO WebEye. Welcome, Alex. How you doing? Yes, the airplane. Oh gosh, that is quite close. So that's us, South African 2115. Behind us, 337. So presumably they will. Well, I hope they slow down. What's that call sign? J327. J327. I've just asked the aircraft behind me to slow down a little bit, create a bit of spacing. He's quite close at the moment, so try and avoid any. Well, if he doesn't slow down, basically he's the one going to go around, so to try and avoid that. Let's localizer sets. Runways in sights. Is it a Mango behind me? It's a Mango Airlines. Cool. Cabin crew, please be seats for landing. Seats for landing. So, there's the Pringle Bay. How are we doing for the approach? There you go, perfect. So, reduce you down to that. Approach mode active. That's 7.5 miles. The landing gear, our pre-land check. Go, find down the glide slope. Reduce speeds to 151. Gear down. Flaps 4. Right. Gear down, 3 degrees, brakes set, spoilers armed, cabin secure. We have landing clearance. Whoops, I never actually done landing lights. Should have done that 10,000. Well, best late than never. 3 land checks complete. Normally I'm pretty good at landing lights. Not quite sure I forgot about it today. That's rare from me. Yes, there we go. There is the sunset we're all expecting. Turn off the autopilot, bring the rest away by hand. Autopilot off. Misapproach altitude set. Right, let's do this. Got a nice headwind at the moment, 4 or 5 knots.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
A little bit below, but not seriously under. Committed, we are committed.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Get it down. There we go, reverse thrust set. Centre line. 100 knots. .60. Reverse. Idle door reverses. Release the brakes. Exit runway to the right. That looks like a legal turn. Yes, 90 degrees. We can make that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 6:54 p.m. and it's currently about 18 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt
Right, we'll
sign
clear the
is
runway
turned
relatively
off.
quickly
Remember
since there's an aircraft shortly about to land.
If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we
the-
encourage you to check your itinerary
oh,
to ensure a
right.
safe continuation of your journey.
Right, flaps up. APU on, taxi lights set, landing lights off. Let's go make our way over to the terminal. Perfect. And there it comes now. So who are you? That's the Air Catalonia we saw earlier. So presumably they don't have a model for Mango. So Air Catalonia it is. Fair enough. The mod for the arrival sounds is PACX, TFDi design PACX. About the throttle slide, doing a little bit speed on taxi here. Although 7 minutes arrival expected, pretty much bang on time right now. Keeps that time. You can speed up time in the game, but I don't know how to, because the key commands that it says, at least for me, isn't actually that. So there is a way, I just don't know how to do it. One of these stands should have a ground marshal waiting for us. If not, we'll just pick one of these stands ahead of us. There goes another. Okay, so they've missed approach, but they haven't. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that aircraft there coming into approach. Right, let's taxi to the end, cut throttles back. Hold it here, parking brake sets. APU is available, APU bleed sets. Cut the engines. Turn off the taxi lights, turn off the beacons, see that signs off. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cape Town. Local time right now is slowly approaching 7, 8, 9 PM. Local temperature right now is 40 degrees centigrade, with the weather looking nice and clear. We thank you for flying with South African Airways today, and we hope to see you again with us in the very near future, and also wish you a safe on the journey to your destination or to home. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. There we have it. It's called the jet bridge over. There's I'm not sure which way you took the taxi. There's a little bit of a U-turn there. Fair enough. And then somewhere there's one more aircraft on short final, but I don't spot him. No lights coming on the approach, nobody on the runway, so somewhere there's another airplane. Jet bridge connects. It's now expedite deboarding.
What we can do. No
Passengers
promises.
can now spot the aircraft. Let's see this chat. So, join the army. Reminds you when you identification mines. Oh yes, I remember that. Thanks for Norris Warhawk, I enjoyed it. FlyByWire A320neo installed. This is the stable version. I'm going to install the developer version pretty much now, basically. He's far out, he's not sure. Okay, fair enough. So probably won't wait for him then. Black Friday, no idea yet, Liam. He's at 2,800 feet. What's his position? He's... We'll see. I'll do the outro. We'll see if he can go. I know I'm making it 7 hours. It's midnight already. Wow, okay. We'll see. That's otherwise. Passengers deboarding. They're all leaving the aeroplane. Goodbye, Frederick. Goodbye, Martin. Goodbye, Eric and Anna. We know what the gist is. Let's end the flight. Africa report. So South African 2115, A320neo from King Shaka to Cape Town. Flight time is 1 hour 59. Planned arrivals, planned departure is 22:01, departure 21:54. Planned arrivals at 0001, we are at 23:54. So that's pretty much exactly 2 hours, wasn't it? Apart from a few seconds. 14 seconds, 24 seconds. 163 passengers, 92 satisfaction, 121 touchdown rate, clock time at 2:11. Soft landing, recommended work, fully the aircraft. Well, that's good. we save that, go to records and share a link. If you want to look at this in more detail, you can do via this link here. Otherwise, that brings us pretty much to the end of our flights today. So, thank you all for watching. You take care of yourselves. Hope you guys enjoyed it today. If you did, please leave a like, do subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. You take care of yourselves. And I shall see you again tomorrow for some more flight sim action. You take care. Have a good one. Bye bye. And good nights.